There are hundreds of thousands of different decision makers at marketing agencies that are unable to buy your products or services simply because they do not know you exist, which is why in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how you can cold email marketing agencies, get in front of the decision makers there, and show you how to land in their inbox folder so you can get your products or services in front of them and so they can know who you are, buy your services, and so you can close more deals. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. All right, so how to cold email marketing agencies. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I know a ton of people out there want to do cold outreach to marketing agencies. They want to sell their products or services. It's a really common niche that people prospect into, and for good reason, because there is a ton of marketing agencies that a lot of them have budgets. You know, they get big retainers. They're able to afford products or services or SaaS products or really whatever you're selling. And so it's a great vertical to prospect into if you know what you're doing. And we're going to be covering how you can send cold emails out to them so you can get your products or services in front of them so that they can buy your stuff. So first thing, we're going to be covering how to set up the email account so you can reach out to them, where you can source the data, how you can find these marketing agencies to reach out to, how to write campaigns that are specific to them, and then how to respond to book meetings and book sales calls so you can get in front of them, have a conversation with them, and sell them your services. So first, why you should listen to me. My name is Lucero. I teach cold email to over 350 companies. I send a couple 100,000 cold emails per month. It's probably closer to 300,000 at this point. Have booked over 1,000 sales calls, sent probably close to 2 million emails. And half my clients, the people that I work with on a daily basis, are marketing agencies. I heavily prospect into marketing agencies. And basically what I am is also a marketing agency. So I know a thing or two about this vertical and can probably give a little bit of insight into how to reach out to them. So first, we're going to talk about building the email infrastructure. What do you have to do to actually send the emails out to these different agencies? First, you have to set up the email account. So instead of sending out a bunch of emails from one singular account to actually run your cold outreach, I recommend setting up multiple email accounts across multiple domains. The reason why you do this is because if you send out a ton of emails from one singular account, it's pretty easy for an email provider to look at you and say, hey, this guy's sending out 500 emails a day. This does not look like human behavior. So if you want to send out 500 plus emails a day from a singular account, it really isn't going to work. You're going to get flagged. You're going to go to spam, and you can also ruin the reputation of your work domain. So the best practice is to set up multiple email accounts under multiple domains, add them to a warm-up pool so they can increase their reputation, and wait 14 days before launching your campaigns to make sure that there is sufficient reputation built up. So a tool like Smartlead, you're on the channel here, you can check out the tool. They have a lot of the stuff already automated, built into the platform. They have warm up, the feature that allows you to send emails back and forth to other accounts on the pool, and inbox rotation so you can assign multiple email accounts to regular campaign. A lot of features there. The best tool to get that done. You can check that out. But we're not going to do a full-blown video on setting up the email accounts. You should set up more domains, more email accounts is generally better. You want to diversify and horizontally scale your email infrastructure instead of just sending from one account, and set up as many domains as needed. The current best practice is to send less than 50 emails per day. Half of them should be warm-ups. If you want to send roughly 500 emails a day, roughly 20 accounts, you got to go through, set up the accounts. You can use a provider like Google or Microsoft, connect them to Smartlead, have them warm up for 14 days. And in the meantime, you can build out your list and strategy. Smartlead simplifies this whole process to get this done quickly. The other piece to note here with email deliverability and building the infrastructure to make sure you land in the primary is to make sure that, when we're going to cover this here in a second, but make sure you have good targeting, make sure you have good copywriting capabilities, make sure that people want your product or service, because the more spam reports you get, so if you send out a bunch of irrelevant emails to people that you might think are marketing agencies and people start reporting you as spam, that can hurt your email reputation. So there's a lot of deliverability stuff, infrastructure stuff I can talk about, but also some of this comes down to making sure your product is good, your targeting is good, your copy is good, because if all those keys are right, then you're not going to get as many spam reports, which is a very big factor in making sure your emails land in the inbox. So that's email infrastructure. Now we're going to move on to the next step. So the next step is where to source the data. So there are legitimately hundreds hundreds of thousands of decision makers at marketing agencies around the world. These are some of my few favorite ways to scrape data specifically for marketing agencies. And the first one I'm going to talk about is clutch.co. So Clutch is an agency directory. If you click in, I just took a screenshot here from their website. You can see they have IT services, marketing agencies, design, which is also a subset of marketing, business services. There's all kinds of different firms, and you can see here just on Clutch alone, there's 95,000 marketing agencies that are listed on their platform saying, hey, they're trying to get customers. They're looking for people that they're saying themselves like, hey, we're a marketing agency. There's 95,000 listed on Clutch alone. That's not to mention the decision makers. So if there are 3 to 5 decision makers at a company or 2 decision makers or whatever, that's legitimately like 300, 500,000 people that you can reach out to. So for clutch.co, if you actually want to go out and scrape it, there's a tool called Instant Data Scraper. It's a Chrome extension. You can layer it on with clutch.co. If you just Google after this video, Instant Data Scraper, you'll see what I mean. And you can use that to scrape their directory. And then once you go from there, you can enrich those leads by going to another platform like the ones we're going to talk about here in a second, like Apollo. And you can plug in those companies, and then you can also use that as a personalization. So Clutch, really, really great platform specific to marketing agencies. And there's tons of other directories like this that you can scrape with a tool like Instant Data Scraper, or you can go on Fiverr, find a freelancer, ask someone else to do it if you don't want to go ahead and do the manual labor yourself. And there's really tons of these agencies. So there's no shortage. You just need to know where to look. And Clutch, I would say, is a really great place to get started. Another place you can check out, Apollo.io. They're a database. They have tons of different data from a ton of different industries. You can check out their platform. They have a lot of stuff kind of built in, very seamless solution. They have plans starting at like $99 a month, I think even cheaper. And you can export leads directly off their platform. The only thing you have to make sure is that you validate the leads after you export them. So you can take the accounts from a website like Clutch and then plug it into a website like Apollo to actually get the decision makers and then run it through a validation tool. Or another option too that I really like is listkit.io. Listkit platform, they are very similar to Apollo, but the only difference and a really nice feature that Listkit has is that they validate the leads at the time of exporting. So it saves you having to get another validation tool. Basically, big picture, before you reach out to any of these firms, you need to make sure that you're validating the emails. If you don't validate the emails, then they will bounce and they will land in spam. You're just going to reach out to a bunch of people that don't exist because most databases aren't perfectly up to date and accurate. But listkit.io has a feature where they validate as you export it, so you can get real-time validated data. Another really great platform. And you can also export between Apollo and Listkit. You can export leads directly off their platform. They have marketing agency filters. It's super seamless. Like if you want the easiest solution, you can just go to a Listkit or an Apollo. And then if you want to go through and scrape the most up-to-date clutch.co people on the directory and be able to call that out in your emails, and I'm going to show you in the copywriting section how you can do this. That's another great option that you can do to source data. All right, so now we're going to talk about how you can actually write the email campaign. So marketing agencies, like I said earlier, if you're watching this video, you probably want to prospect into marketing agencies, and for good reason. A lot of people want to prospect into them because they have money. There's a ton of them. It's a great vertical to target into, but that means that a lot of other people are doing that as well. So to make sure that you get good results with your campaigns, you need to make sure that you have a high converting campaign. Your emails need to stand out. You need to hit on their big pain points, and you need to write it in the right way. So I'm going to show you how I like to think through these things. So a really great starting point for really any email campaign that you want to write, and specific to marketing agencies, is just to go to ChatGPT and ask for angles that you could run with. So you can see here, I prompted GPT and I said, what are some of the biggest pain points for SMB marketing agencies? So small, medium-sized business marketing agencies, not the giant ones. You can see the number one thing that they point out here, client acquisition and retention. Resource constraints, performance measurement, ROI, keeping up with trends, technology, competition. Some of these are more or less true. Obviously, some of these are bigger issues than others. But you can see here the biggest one is client acquisition. So that's probably a great reason why you could target into them if you're selling a service that is client acquisition, retention based. They have issues with finding clients, client churn. You can do this really with any industries, but I know from experience, a lot of marketing agencies, despite them doing marketing themselves, have a hard time finding their own clients. So if you sell a marketing service into a marketing agency, that typically works well. performance measurement, ROI, proving ROI, tracking analytics. So if you're, let's say, like a custom software development agency, you can take some of these angles instead of just reaching out and saying like, hey, we can build you a custom app. Maybe you know that their pain point is that they have a hard time measuring ROI to their clients. So you can say, hey, we can develop you a dashboard that will help you prove ROI to your clients, which will increase client churn or decrease client churn and make sure that your clients stay longer. So using these angles to kind of inform and guide whatever product or service you're selling, you can use this to kind of tweak and get at least a good head start. You know, these might not be the most perfect angles out of the get-go, but you can use this as a head start and say like, hey, this is a good place to start, instead of just saying, hey, you know, we sell analytics dashboards or whatever, without diving into the specific pain point. So using ChatGPT, you can do this, and you can see from the prompt they just had here, client acquisition, resource constraints. I think that's true of a lot of businesses, but specific to marketing agencies, proving ROI, tracking analytics, these are two really key components. You can tie it in with how you can help them get that type of stuff done. Keeping up with trends and technologies. So yeah, if you have a SaaS platform and it does something really unique, that's something you can reach out to. Competition, client expectations. So there's a lot of stuff here. Obviously, a lot of marketing agencies struggle with staffing because, you know, that's a big part of their fulfillment. It's a very people-led business. So using ChatGPT, prompting it, these can give you really good pointers and insights without having to learn the lessons yourselves of all the different nuances of marketing agencies, that you can plug this in. And this is just level 1 prompting. I'm saying, hey, what are some biggest pain points? You can go layers deeper. You could say expand on client acquisition retention. What specifically are they struggling with? You know, maybe they're running ads and their ads aren't performing as well. Or maybe their issue is that they can't find high quality leads. Like, you can go super, super deep into this. So this is a really great starting point. Other best practices, I cover this in other videos. Keep your email short, lead with value, personalize and tailor your emails as much as possible. So really, really simple framework. Again, we cover this in another video here on the channel, but call out to why you're reaching out to them, explain your value proposition, what you can do, give a clear call to action, and include any social proof optionally if you have examples to give them. So, and then you can tie in these specific angles. So here's something I wrote up specifically to marketing agencies, and also hitting on like the clutch piece. So, hey, hi name, I came across your agency on Clutch. Congrats on the 4.5 star rating. So you can scrape stuff like this through Clutch. Hey, are you looking to generate more inbound leads just like the ones you get on Clutch? We have an agency directory platform that gets 20,000 unique visitors monthly that are looking for marketing services like yours. Open a gang of free listings. So you can see this hits on basically all the main pain points, and it's a very strongly relevant email, because if they're on Clutch, that means they're looking to get more inbound leads. That's the whole reason why they're on that platform. And so not only does this serve as personalization, because you could say this, hey, I came across your agency on Clutch, congrats on the rating, but being able to also call out like, hey, are you looking to generate more inbound leads? We already know they are looking to generate more inbound leads because they're on Clutch. They're trying to do it through that type of platform. So tying in your personalization with the value prop of your business, really powerful strategy. And then, you know, tying in like, hey, we're effectively reaching out to a competitor here. So Clutch, you know, is a agency directory platform. In this case, we're reaching out on behalf of another agency directory platform. And the selling prop here is pretty easy. Hey, are you looking to get listing on our website for completely free? So this type of angle, again, you're calling out why you're reaching out to them. You're explaining your value proposition. Hey, we can help you generate more inbound leads. You're giving social proof. Hey, there's 20,000 unique visitors on there. We could even call out and say like how many other agencies are on the platform. And then a very clear leading with value. So you're just saying, hey, we can list you on there for free. Obviously, there's probably other ways you're monetizing on the back end, but this is just a rough example of how you can write an email that stands out in their inbox, gives them clear value, and gives them a reason why they want to talk to you, because there's plenty of people reaching out to marketing agencies begging for their time. You're not going to be the only one. And so the way that you stand out is by giving them free value and having a good product that actually ties in with their pain points. So now that you're starting to send out these emails, if you're using a platform like Smartlead, you can simplify the meeting booking process very simply. So if you execute on everything above properly, people are going to be interested in your products or services. And normally it's a total nightmare to manage all the conversations. But if you're using a tool like Smartlead, there's a master inbox feature where you can see all the leads from one central view. And so if you are sending out these emails, you can see here, this is like an example dashboard. You can see there are on the side here, like all the different leads. You can categorize them. You can see all the emails in one place, tag them, respond to them, have like a basically CRM view there. You respond to the people as fast as possible. You can give them ideas like, hey, I want to reach out, give them a calendar booking link, or you can pitch times directly like, hey, are you free on Tuesday or Wednesday? Basically seal the deal. So someone says, yes, I'd be happy to get listed on your service. Awesome. Let's hop on a quick intro call. And from there, you can get them listed. You can sell them on your service. You can do whatever else you want. You can also layer on calling, LinkedIn outreach, DM outreach to leads that are interested. I heavily recommend this. Because you can run omni-channel campaigns, target people on all the different platforms from the start. But what I've seen is a really effective strategy is to use a platform like Smartlead, reach out to everyone via email, and the people that raise their hand and say, yes, I am interested, I want to hop on a call, those people you can add on another form of outreach, like calling them LinkedIn outreach, DM outreach, because even though they say they're interested, probably only 50% to even 30% are going to convert into a call. And so layering on the follow-ups, the calling, the LinkedIn outreach, the DM outreach on top of the leads interested inside of Smartlead, that will get you the best results possible to make sure you're getting as many calls, you're closing deals, and you are signing clients. All right, so that wraps up how you can run cold email campaigns over to marketing agencies. And as you can see, it does require a lot of steps, but if you use a tool like Smartlead, that can simplify the process a ton. So if you want to run a cold outreach campaign like this over to marketing agencies, would recommend checking out Smartlead. You can check out the link in the description below. There's a free 14-day trial. You can try it completely risk-free. If you want to watch other videos on cold email and how to book meetings with cold email, check out the other videos on the channel here. There's tons of different really high quality resources for completely free. So check out the videos on the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton and see you in the next video.